Pizza is a popular food item. Something about the combo of dough, tomato sauce, and cheese that just works. And Sydney has a thriving pizza scene. In this video, we're going to indulge in some of the most mouth-watering pizzas this city has to offer. From classic margaritas to experimental toppings, we'll be checking out 4 amazing spots right here in Sydney. Our first stop today at our massive pizza tour in Sydney is at a place called Varachi Pizzeria here at Macquarie Park. Did you know there is a World Championships for pizza? I didn't either, but this place has won awards at the Pizza World Championships in Italy.
I'm Stefano Cireni, I'm the executive chef here at Varachi Pizzeria in Macquarie Park. The name Varachi Pizzeria has a special meaning to us. So Verace means something that is traditional, authentic and genuine, and it's usually used to refer to food. So we've been fortunate enough, we've had some amazing pizzaioli work here over the years. We've had trophies that have been won in Italy, there's trophies that have been won in Australia. We went to the World Championship before COVID. Unfortunately, we haven't had any championships since then, so we're looking forward to getting back in there and trying to prove our worth.
So I've been making pizza for like 5-6 years. So it's all about passion, love and consistency. So this margherita pizza is really simple, right? It's considered to be the classic Napolitan pizza. So first all we need is dough, and then we have the tomato. We have the best cheese in the world. It's all the way from Italy. And then fresh basil, all the way from my garden. And then extra virgin olive oil. So yeah, it's pretty simple.
We are starting this video off with a margherita pizza. We've got dough, tomato, cheese, and basil. Simple but tasty. There's something about dough, tomato sauce, and cheese just makes it such a great combo. So this dough, especially the end of the pizza, it's doughy, but it's soft. And then this one, it's thin, but it still kind of is able to hold everything. This tomato sauce is whole tomatoes that have been crushed. I do appreciate a little bit of the charred bits. I find it gives a different texture to it as well. We're starting off with something basic, but we're gonna move on to a different pizza very, very shortly. But this, although simple, is very delicious, and I guess that's why it's remained on the menu for so long. Here is my prosciutto pizza. In terms of how this is made, as I was watching it and John was telling me, it's similar to a margherita pizza in the sense that you've got your pizza dough, you've got your tomato sauce, and then you've also got your cheese. Put it in the wood fire oven, and then when you take it out, that's when you add your rocket leaves, your prosciutto, and also some shaved parmesan. I have been here before, and this has always been one of my favorite pizzas to get. It smells amazing. It's a bit floppy in the middle. With pizzas, I don't really know whether to fold it, but I feel like when it's floppy, it's good to fold it so you can like keep everything together, like a mini pizza sandwich, dare I say. What a delicious bite. Savoriness from the meat, that sharpness from the parmesan, the addition of the rocket, and you've got that nice drizzle of olive oil at the end as well. I'm more of a fan of thin crust pizza, but I would love it even more if this was like more crispy, especially like the edges, with like, you know, little blistered charred bits. This pizza tour is off to a great start. The margherita was delicious. The prosciutto pizza was also delicious. If I had to choose one between the two, I'd probably choose the prosciutto one. This next spot is a casual pizza joint in the heart of Newtown. They have multiple signature pizzas, and in today's video, I'm trying one of their most popular pies. I have just arrived at Bello Burrito here in Newtown. The direct translation of Bello Burrito is, I believe, beautiful, ugly. I think these pizzas look exceptionally beautiful, so I don't know where the ugly part comes from. And in terms of their pizza, they don't have an extensive number of choices. I counted. They have 7 different pizzas, and I was asking, like, what is your most popular? What would you recommend that I order? And they suggested actually a few. But I ended up choosing, I believe this is one of the most popular ones, and it looks beautiful. There is chopped clams, there is garlic, there is chili oil, there is lemon and also parsley. Right now, the place that I'm sitting at, it's really easy to like people watch. I wish I was sitting like even closer to the wood fire oven so I can see each pizza being made. This is the clam pizza. Like just holding it, I'm surprised. Despite how thin it is, it's still able to hold all the toppings really well. The crust of the pizza, you can see like the bubble, blister, chars. Anyway, let's just try this. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I've never tried this before. So there's a bit like a thick wine and clam sauce. It reminds me a little bit of a chowder. And then they take clams out of their shell and they chop it up and they sprinkle it on. And it adds a really nice texture. You can also taste it as well. And there's also fermented chili, which surprisingly I don't find too spicy at all. The garlic is a really nice addition. And then the lemon. The lemon is also, it adds a nice tartness, it adds a nice freshness. Do you fold your pizzas when you eat it? I mean, I'm gonna. Something about the combination of the clams and the fermented garlic and the parsley and lemon and garlic just works. I guess that's why this is the favorite. Like, a couple customers came in as I was filming this and they were like, did you order the clam? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, good choice. This one's the best? Okay, I made a good choice. My favorite thing about the pizza base is that it's light and chewy. And you've got that like nice combo of the charred bits as well. Okay, in addition to the clam one, I was also highly recommended to try the potato one. So next time you're here, try the potato and the clam and let me know which one you like better. Okay, this next pizza location comes highly recommended by my friend. This place, unless you're specifically looking for it, you might not necessarily just stumble across it. It's not in like your typical like restaurant setting. You know what I mean very shortly.
I'm Alessio, the owner of Fratelli Pulcinella. So we opened here, it's been no longer than a year. This company has a really long background, so we start doing like events, street markets, so we start like from the base. Dough is very light, so when you see me flying with the pizza, it will also fly in your tummy. The wood fire oven, it's very hard. How we learn from back home, like you first spend so much time watching the oven, looking the oven, the pizzas, and then you start touching the pizzas. If you go tiny bit on the side, the pizza is burned. The buffalo cow, it's originally from where the buffalo come from, which is from the south in Campania. The buffalo come directly from that, so that's the real buffalo.
Alright guys, this place is like a little hidden gem. If you're not specifically looking for it, you might walk past it and not even notice it because there's a storefront, but you actually got to walk through into the backyard and you have this like really nice little garden set up with nice lights and whatnot. I imagine at night when you come here, it can be a very romantic spot. I was asking like, you know, what is the most popular thing that people typically get here? And it seems like this is one of the items that people get. The crust looks beautiful, and then we've got some homemade tomato sauce. It was in the wood fire oven for a little while, not too long, and then we've got prosciutto, basil leaves, we've got a drizzle of olive oil, we've got cheese. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's do this. Oh my goodness. It's thin, but it's still chewy and it's pillowy. The charred bubbles in the dough add a really nice crispness, which is always my preference. You've got creamy from the buffalo mozzarella, you've got savory from the prosciutto, you've got the freshness and sweetness from the tomato sauce. You've got the little pockets from the pizza base, it's a nice char. But there's also an option to get one with rocket leaves, and then you can have truffle oil on it as well. Come here and let me know what you think. I have just arrived at Dimitris Pizza. We're at Darlinghurst. Now this used to be on Crown Street in Surrey Hills, and they recently, now I don't know how recently, but they recently moved to this building. It's 3 stories, and once you walk in, you're greeted by these neon lights. So their menu is very straightforward. They have a section called pizza, and they have a section called not pizza. So the pizza that I've opted for today is something called a bee sting pizza. It's got tomato, suppressor. This is like an aged salami, mozzarella and hot honey. A very, very thin pizza base, and you've got some blistered char as the pizza crust. I guess there's something about pork and honey that just kind of works. It's kind of like, you know, tarsu, because tarsu is just pork and you've got honey, and that works. I believe they use a sourdough base, so this is quite light. You've got that puffy char on the very outside. The pizza edges are honestly one of my favorites. I remember when I was a kid, I think my sister didn't like to eat the edges of the pizza, and she would always leave the crust, and I would just eat it. It's the best because it's got bubbly, crunchy, charred bits on the outside, but once you bite into it, it's got like that pillowy texture, so it's chewy. And because of how thin it is, you can like fold it and eat it. I think that is the best way to make sure that nothing falls out. And the way they've cut it into 4s, which makes it for easy folding. What else has pork and honey that really works? All right, the bee sting pizza, that was great. I've heard they also have a corn one that sounds strange, but it's actually super delicious. So if you do end up trying that one, let me know what you think. And this pretty much also concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Let me know in the comments where your favorite pizza spots are. Look, I could only eat so much pizza in one video. And as usual, if there's an overwhelming number of additional places that you reckon I should visit, absolutely, I will do a part 2. So yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end. I post new videos every week. Check them out if you have time. Have an amazing rest of the week, and I'll see you in my next video next week. Bye! Hi!
Are you still recording? Like I moved here to Sydney in October, and I watch your videos all the time.
Do you?
And we've gone to like follow you on Instagram. So we go to a lot of the restaurants.
Oh, thank you. Do you guys want pizza?